Yo, check the rhythm, feel the vibe, beats dropping hard, making heads collide, bass thumping loud, shaking up the street. Every step I take, moving to the beat, lightning fast, I'm breaking it down, feeling the pulse in every sound, never miss a step, always on the move. The beat's my partner, we groove as 1, 2. I close my eyes and let the music flow in this crazy world. It's the only thing I know. The rhythm.
And ladies and gentlemen, once the teams get settled tonight, please get you to rise if you're able. Remove your hats and caps for the playing of O Canada.
From Emerald Hills and Sherwood Park, Alberta, it's the battle in the park. It's the Bev Facey Falcons facing off against the Salisbury Sabres. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Emerald Hills. Beautiful night for football. Great atmosphere. Connor Toffin on the call, joined by Rob Herod on this IC Live Procast. Rob, what a day we have for football tonight.
It's absolutely gorgeous out for a game like this. And again, this game gets played often. The crowd's out in full effect. They're filling the hills around the stadium as well as the stands are full. And the scene is set here tonight for this game.
Yeah, and you could tell walking in, you could tell this is a rivalry game. You could tell this is a big game. We got a lot of people wearing blue out here. We got a lot of people wearing red. The stands were full about 10 minutes ago prior to game time. They're going to start filling out even more somehow. They're going to start pushing people onto the hills. Just kind of explain to me what this game means for some of these players down on the turf.
Well, it means a lot because a lot of these guys grew up playing minor football together. They're all from Sherwood Park, or the majority of them are. They've seen each other. They know each other. And then, of course, it's the rivalry game, and they all compete for this. And not only is it a game that they compete for, you know, the W that they're all looking for at the end of the night, but this sets the tone in Alberta. And this is a recruiting thing for these organizations. And both these schools want to draw those players out of the minor ranks, which is great out here in Sherwood Park. And so the reality is this is more than just a win. again, it is a win for both these teams. They're both looking for that, but for the organizations and the longevity and the success they have had over the years is very clear. And we talked about it a little bit earlier. I had a chance to just discuss, like, the reality of this is going back and forth. Like, when you were playing high school, it was Facey. They were on top, and they owned Sherwood Park. And right now, Sal is owning the Sherwood Park battle for the football supremacy, and Facey is looking to rebuild that. They've got a fairly young coaching staff that's trying to establish that again, and so I'm really looking forward to seeing this play out today on the field.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about 27 combined Metro championships between these two teams that, like you said, very successful throughout the years for both of these programs. But right now, Sal just has a little bit of an advantage, it feels like, at this moment. Bev Facey with a little bit of a younger roster right now. Tell me why.
Well, again, when a program turns over and maybe you're losing that battle in Sherwood Park, as we talked about, then all of a sudden those players just vacate and they go somewhere else. And then so they've had to make a change of head coach, not because of the program, because sometimes time just runs out. And many of the coaches who have been running Facey's program for many years are coaching at the next level, coaching different places at university and in the junior ranks. And I've had a chance to talk with lots of those guys over the years. And of course, now they've got to reestablish that, where Sal, like you said, they've established it. You know, Cam Fraser, the head coach, has been here for a long time. I think we'd said 29 games that have been rival games here in Sherwood Park, he's been able to coach in. And so that is a long-standing coach. He has done a great job with his program through the years. He's been through some highs and some lows as well, but he knows how to get these guys going, which he's got them going right now.
Sam Preston will line up to kick it away for the Sabres. We got Jackson Johnston and Tegan Pollock back to return it for the Falcons. We are underway from Emerald Hills. Pretty good kickoff there off the foot of Preston. It'll bounce into the hands of Pollock and right back out of the hands. He picks it up at the 10, tries to cut it up the field. He's found some space, only one defender to take him down, and he did just that. Touchdown, saving tackle for Logan Arnott.
Well, and you can see here, he didn't field it cleanly, and we talk about special teams. You want to be able to catch that in the air, and he catches it in the air, he'll be ahead. But sometimes when the ball bounces around, their seams get created. You can see him find it there on the replay. He gets through and just gets dragged down there. Didn't force the kicker to make a play on that one, but what a great return to get themselves out of the shadows of their goalposts. They got decent field position starting right around the 35-yard line.
Two backs in the game for the Falcons. Grady Malo to start the game at quarterback. It'll be a handoff over the middle. Good push. And they're going to get right up to that first down stick. Looks like it was Tegan Pollock once again.
Well, and Facey is coming into this game with a number of injuries. They've got their number one running back out. I believe their number one receiver out. And then there's a number of guys on the defense. I don't have the long list, but it is a long list. And just by looking at the sideline, you can see how many guys are out of pads and just wearing their jerseys and civilian clothes. And so they're playing with a little bit of a short deck today, but again, they're going to try to grind this out. They're going to find ways to make plays, and first down production like that is a good way to start.
2nd and inches, it's a quarterback draw. They've got the first down and a little bit more. Grady Malo breaking across midfield, finally going out of bounds. A gain of 13 and a first down for the team in blue.
Well, what a great start, and some great play calling. Again, it starts with first down production. Now the playbook's wide open. You got 2nd and 1. They're able to run the ball, and they get some space, and he exploits the outside of the field there on that quarterback run. But what a great start for Bev Facey, who, let's be honest, is coming in definitely not favored to win this game. They got to find ways to get some momentum and keep this going. So far, they're doing that.
Early score would go a long way. Malo over the middle. First pass of the game nearly intercepted. It was off the fingertips of Carter Tompkinson. There is flags on the play.
Yeah, it looked like the Sal defensive lineman will catch it on that right side of the quarterback or right side of the offense there. Again, bad location for the delivery, but when he sees the flags, if the quarterback knows that it's on the defense, he can take a risk that maybe he wouldn't typically take. Maybe he pulls that down. But unfortunately for Facey, didn't seem like they had their deep shot.
Offside, number 32 on the defense. 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
So 1st and 5, it was a free play anyways. So Tompkinson not able to reel it in, but wouldn't mattered anyways for that Sal defense. So 1st and 5, once again the Falcons staying ahead of the chains. 2 backs still in the game. Might have some early movement again. There is flags on the snap. Another handoff up the middle. Good push. And once again, we'll have to check the flag. This could give the Falcons a first down if it's on Sal.
Yeah, from this angle, I think the left tackle of Bev Facey may have actually moved, but I don't know if that was caught by the official on the far side. So once again, like you said, it was on Sal,
Offside
so they get the 5
on the
yards.
defense, number 95, 5-yard penalty, first.
And you know what? You take them, whatever you can get, you take them right there. And so again, good job. And you can see Facey's offense. They're actually bringing a receiver in, so there's no one typically on the left side. Now again, they're in their spread formation now, but they like playing with a fullback or a slot back really tight to help in the blocking scheme for the run game.
Just one pass attempt in the game so far. This one an option play, a flip. It's on the ground. Pollock trying to work his way back. The Sabres think they have it. And they do. Turnover. Sabres ball.
Well, huge momentum killer there, and they actually had the edge. You can see as he attacks the defensive line, which he does, he gives the pitch, but it's a little bit high, and he couldn't corral it there. If he catches that, he's getting great first down yardage, but unfortunately, he couldn't corral it, and I do wonder if he's looking straight into the sun, if he had a hard time seeing it, because again, that sun's coming right over the west end of the stadium, or the west side of the stadium. He may not have been able to see it. Definitely couldn't get it in. Now Sal's got the ball. They're going to look to move pretty quickly here.
Yeah, and you think normally that might not happen on a toss, but that sun's kind of just starting to set. We're probably going to play under the lights at some point today. First down run here for the Sabres on their first drive of the game. Good pickup. They'll get to the 45. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, and we'll see how Sal responds. Obviously, the defense kind of grabbing that momentum that clearly Facey was getting early. You know, again, couple penalties that helped them, but a couple long runs, turning that ball over. Now Sal is going to see if they can counter with a drive of their own and get the first points of this game.
Carson McFall, starting quarterback for the Sabres. Seen him play before, a real good pocket presence for this young man, and he's got a decent arm too, taking a shot down the field. Pass was intended for Jackson Sterling. It'll go to a 3rd and 5 on their own side of the field. Decision time, and it looks like the punt team's coming out.
Yeah, Jackson Sterling, one of the receivers who has been a prominent figure in this offense for the last couple of years, continues to work hard and doing a good job. I had an opportunity to watch him in some of the all-star work in the provincial and national games. He was in that CFC game talked about in the spring, where he got an opportunity to perform instead of a bunch of college athletes, university youth sport or youth sport coaches having the opportunity to coach these high school kids. So one of those from Edmonton that traveled out there, but 3rd down nonetheless into a punting situation.
So the Bev Facey Falcons defense able to force a key stop. Punt's going to bounce outside the 25, takes a huge hop over the head of the returner, and it bounces out of bounds at about the 18 as a rabbit runs onto the field.
Well, it's that kick returner out there, and
he's about to score here.
Speed, yeah. So again, odd bounce on the punt, but again, great angle towards the sideline. You know, from that bounce, it probably took an extra 10 yards over and out of bounds. So again, field position gained a little bit there. Sell after the turnover, but Facey's going to have to go back to work now inside their 20.
I will say, just a random aside, I've done a few games here. Every single game, there ends up being a rabbit on the field. I don't know if it's me or if it's something with Emerald Hills. No clue. Maybe it's his home.
I think it's Emerald Hills because I've seen lots out here for sure.
So the Falcons offense will be set back a little bit, starting inside their own 20. It'll be a quarterback keeper for Melo. He's got some room down the right side, cuts it up the middle across the 25. First down for the Falcons.
We got great action in our backfield. You can see the fake here, and you see the 2 defenders to the right of the screen, both of them going for the running back, leaving a little bit of space. The lineman collapsed the edge down, and again, quarterback off and running for the first down yardage. So what a great fake in the backfield, and that's why, you know, at a young age when you're teaching quarterbacks and running backs, the importance of the follow-through. You may not be getting the ball, but again, that fake is so important. And when you start to establish yourself as a strong player, whether it's a running back or receiver, I was talking to one of my coaches just the other day. He says sometimes those stars, you're just the candy bar. So you're the candy bar. You're baiting them in, and like they're going to focus on you. And in that case, 2 defenders go to the running back, quarterback, off he goes. And so I like that analogy because sometimes, you know, you like to get the ball, you like to get your touches, but sometimes you need to be the candy bar to misdirect the attention of a defense, and then they, you know, give out the other kids the opportunity to make plays. And that was a good example of, hey, drawing those 2 guys in, a good fake, a well-executed action in your backfield drew in those defenders.
Player down for the Sabres is Jaden Badry, 12th grade defensive back, will walk off the field under his own power. So we were saying before the game, the Falcons a bit of an underdog in this one, but I feel like if they can run the ball and continue getting this good first down yardage, start to tick that clock down, I feel like anytime the underdog team can have less time left in the game, that kind of benefits them, right?
Yeah, and I'm sure part of their game plan is playing to that. And here's their formation. You can see the one little slot back there off the left edge of the offensive line to help in the blocking scheme with a slot further out to his left.
One of the running backs will boot out, and a flag before the snap of the football. Facey thinks they got the Sabres to jump again.
Well, we're not far from the benches here, and again, they're excited.
Field procedure. Number 67 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
So that one does go against the Falcons.
Both coaches aren't happy. I saw Coach Fraser down there yelling at his defense, just watch the ball. You can hear it from up here. Watch the ball. And, of course, the offense, now they get caught moving. So they had a little bit of reason to move, whether that was the reason or whether they just got lucky that someone moved. But you're going to want to control that, and working from a deficit is never good in the Canadian game.
They'll empty out the backfield, see if they go to the air. They do. Oh, there was a couple guys open down that left side. They chose Johnston, who's going to get pushed out at about the 30. A good gain, but there was a guy open a little deeper. You'll see it on the replay.
Oh, he was about 10 yards behind any secondary player if he gets his eyes downfield. Again, you can see there, great shot from our replay guys, right there into his eyes, gets it to the safe throw, but goes downfield. I guarantee that is caught, and it is a touchdown if he can go the distance, because there was no secondary player. They just let him run free down the side.
Still a good first down gain. Pickup of 10. It's one of those I'd have to imagine as a quarterback. You're going to be cringing a little bit when you look back at the film. Sets up a 2nd and 5. Malo, he's going to take it himself, has some room, tries to work it to the right, falling forward. Boy, a good effort is going to get him right next to the sticks. That was Liam Campbell on the tackle, and it is a first down for the Falcons.
Well, they're clearly happy to let their quarterback run a little bit. A good athlete getting out of the backfield, again, finding some space. After contact, he needed about 2.5 more yards after that initial contact. I didn't think he was going to get there, but kept driving his legs and got the first down yardage. Great drive already for Bev Facey, getting out of their own end here with a couple first downs.
Impressive stuff so far from a grade 10 quarterback. And Grady Malo seems comfortable. Sabres are bringing pressure. They rush 5. Falcons run right through it, and a pickup of a couple. There's a Sabres wall 2 yards down the field.
Well, and he's got a nice hole off the right side here. As you can see, good action by your quarterback in the backfield. He gets through the first line, but linebackers waiting right there, shedding the blockers or would-be blockers into that second level of the defense. And again, they were there to stop him very, very quickly. No extra yards after contact there.
So a bit longer of a down here than the Falcons have been facing. 2nd and 8. They need to get it just past the 45. They'll pull the handoff, working down into the flats. One man to beat. And the tackle is made. Carter Tompkinson will stop the Falcons just short by only about 1 yard. Maybe a few, actually. It'll be decision time.
What a good job and a great open field tackle. You can see there, he just gets his knee down, the one knee. The other one's in the lunge position, but he gets the knee down and the whistle goes. So 3rd down, and it looks like Coach Brad is looking to take a risk here early. Looking at 3rd and, like you said, just over 3, along 3 yards. But feeling confident at this point in time in the game. And again, when you're the underdog, sometimes you're going to take those risks when you got things going, and they've had a couple drives going here.
Big down here. They've been able to run the ball well. We'll see if they go to it. Malo to pass. Gets the receiver on the right side, and they do pick up a first down. Tegan Pollock once again.
Just enough there on the swing pass and right into the sun. You can see there, everything is lit up with the sun. Again, contact happens before the line, but he just finishes going forward. That elbow goes down, and he gets the yard extra that he needs to keep that drive going. So risk number 1 for Facey pays off, and keep this drive alive.
Couple receivers on either side of Malo. Fresh set of sticks from their own 46. Malo Quarterback option, got some room on the left side. And falling forward to about midfield, another good first down pickup. Sets up a 2nd and just 1.
I don't know if I've seen a team in a long time with the first down production that Bev Facey is finding. Great play calling, putting their athletes in position to get decent yardage and put them in a great 2nd down. So again, a couple plays ago, we saw them risk it on 3rd and 4. So this is kind of like one of those, do you take a shot play, right? You're probably going for it if it's 3rd down, but maybe this is an opportunity to take a shot. They did get a guy in behind coverage earlier, we saw, and they weren't able to take advantage of it. We'll see what they do here with 5 receivers out.
They've only had a couple negative plays, one procedure call, and then obviously the fumble, which could have went for a lot more. We'll see if they can get a push on 2nd and 1. Or maybe they do take a shot over the middle. Man open, they got him. Jackson Johnston across the 45. Another first down for the Falcons, gain of 11.
Well, and you'll see him pop in from the right side of our screen here, just on a little under or in route there. Again, good hands catch there and getting upfield, getting the yards they needed. So again, taking advantage of the opportunity. And the secondary of Sal seems to be wanting to drop into a little bit of a zone. Again, they're chasing a couple of those guys on the unders, and we've seen a combination coverage there. But again, we'll see what they can do. They're not covering deep, and again, Facey hasn't threatened them deep yet.
Hand off. Right side, Sabres got a good push on this one. And somehow, Pollock was still going. Gained about 3 yards after initial contact. It'll set up a 2nd and 8.
Well, and Facey bringing an extra guy in the box, and so the halfback that was over top of the slot came in from this side. That allowed them to bring more guys into the box. The corner slid in over the slot back, and then the free safety kind of came over top to take the corner away. So again, a little bit of change in defense. Sal's trying to figure out what can they do to stop this offense, which again has been moving. Other than the turnover, they really haven't been able to stop them.
They're going to load up the line of scrimmage here. 7 guys right on that D-line for the Sabres. See if any drop out. And a flag. And I think this one is on the Falcons.
Time count, number 6 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, repeat 2nd down.
What happened there?
Again, just unaware of the clock counting down. Again, he's a young quarterback. We talked about that. It's one of those things. Again, put him in a tough 2nd down position. Obviously, they were, 2nd and 8. Now they're 12, 12 and a half. It's just you got to be aware of those things, and that it could be play calling. You got to get it in a little faster, in and out of the huddle. But again, that's something that he, as he commands this offense, is going to have to take care of.
Receiver in motion. 2nd and 12. Melo going down the field. Jump ball. Falls incomplete. Defended by Tompkinson. We've called his name a few times in this game already. Punting unit coming onto the field for the Falcons.
So that's a situation where, again, you can see the Sal defense is deep in coverage. So he's got his eyes in the backfield, can see that ball and track it all the way. Again, underthrown. Again, he needs to either throw that earlier so he can run to it, or he's got to see that deep defender and come to something underneath. Again, taking 5 or 6 yards on that play would give him a better chance on 3rd down. Now they're going to be in a punting situation. But I do like the call by Brad, and in playing that field position battle. Their defense has been doing well. Their offense has been moving the ball. They got to find a way to get some points soon here. But again, good job of moving the ball, getting out of their own end.
On to punt it is Jack Woom. Sends it down inside the 25. High hop. Falcons have to clear out of there. They do stay outside that 5 yards. Decent return. So only a net difference of, 11, maybe 12 here?
Yeah, that's a tough thing in high school football. Some teams have a great punter, and so you may not have a punter, and it's not always consistent. Now, we're fortunately shadowed from the wind up here. There is a wind, and if you look around the stadium, you can see the breeze going from left to right from where we are up here. And again, right now, Bev Facey is working into the wind. So again, not a lot of net yards on that punt to gain decent field position, but they did get a nice drive, and they've done a good job of working the clock in this first quarter to see if they can get the win, and maybe that'll help them in that passing game.
Just the Sabres' second drive of the game here late in the first, and they're met in the backfield. 2 Falcons right there. Looked like Ruben Parker with first contact. Goes as a loss.
Well, and those negative plays is the ones we got to stay out of. But again, you can tell in the backfield when you have 2 or 3 offensive linemen looking behind them to see where the guy is they were supposed to block, that's not very helpful for your running back. So they're going to want to move their feet, and we talk about being sticky linemen. You want to stick on your guy, stay on your guy, maintain your block long enough. Here we go to the air.
2nd and 13, deep shot for McFall, over the middle. A little bit of contact, ref thinks about it and does throw the flag.
Well, and this was well over his head.
Is that catchable? That would be.
I don't think it's catchable, and I think it was the feet got caught up. So we'll see. We'll see what they decide here, but they're having a conversation about it. From up here and being able to watch a replay, it's a little bit easier to make a judgment call. We'll see what they have to say.
There are 2 infractions on the play. We have pass interference, number 5 on the defense. That's a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. Then we have objectionable conduct, number 4 on the defense. That's a 10-yard dead ball foul, first down.
So 25 yards and penalties against the Falcons.
I don't think they moved it 25 yards, though.
I think you're right. It looks like 15 to my eyes.
Yeah, I don't think they applied both. But anyways, here we go, first down.
Could be wrong. Sometimes my eyes lie. McFall over to the left side. Good first down pickup through the air to Jackson Sterling, stepping out of bounds at the Falcons 48.
So Jackson, a great route runner, has got good feet and good awareness of a defense, does a great job of knowing where he needed to get to, a quick out, good route, catches it, secures it, gets out of bounds, gets a great second down situation for their offense.
It's been a good pace to this first quarter so far. Good football game starting out in front of our eyes here at Emerald Hills at the game of the week. Handoff. Sundquist across the 40, picks up a first down and maybe about 7 more, gain of 10.
So Sundquist coming into this game is the leading back for Sal, and I'm sure they're excited to get him rolling a little bit. Again, a solid run game is going to set things up for them really well. And if I go back to the stats I found on the Metro website, 35 carries, 199 yards so far on the season, according to when this was updated.
McFall looking deep, looking for Sterling. He was in double coverage and overthrew him a little bit. 2nd and 10.
So the wind can be a disadvantage on both sides of the ball. And that ball, again, just hangs up in the air a little bit longer. And again, that wind just pushes it. And it's enough wind to push it just outside his reach. And again, we saw going the other way when Facey threw into the wind. It kind of faded and got knocked down or almost intercepted. Going with the wind sometimes can be just as challenging if it's too strong. And we usually teach our quarterbacks, if you know you're throwing with the wind, try to take a little air on it so it has less impact on the trajectory of the ball. And again, good shot. I like the idea of going deep, taking your shot deep, because it stretches the defense a little bit. Says, hey, if you creep up to the line of scrimmage too much, we're going over the top.
2nd and 10. McFall scanning the field, flushed out of the pocket, throwing, looking for a man, almost had him. It was off the fingertips of Nathan Frazier, but the Falcons defense comes up with a stop as we near the end of the first quarter.
Well, we had 2 guys in the air, and this is your scramble rules. Again, you want your receiver to come back on the sideline. He kind of throws it up, and then the crossing's coming in. So actually, the first guy didn't get a chance at it. The second guy did, but Facey sticking to those guys. And so last play with the wind at their backs, we'll see if they change their approach. We know they can run the ball. We'll see what Sal does.
Good first quarter from Emerald Hills. 0-0 is the score. We'll be right back.
Check the rhythm, feel the vibe, beats dropping hard, making heads collide, bass thumping loud, shaking up the street. Every step I take, moving to the beat, lightning fast, I'm breaking it down, feeling the pulse in every sound, never miss a step, always on the move. The beat's my partner, we groove as 1, 2.
I close my eyes and let the music
Back here at Emerald Hills. Great first quarter, Rob. Ball was moving a lot, but no scores up on the board yet.
Yeah, and both offenses have found different ways. Sal obviously looking to take shots deep, and they've missed on a few when they had the wind at their backs. We'll see if they come back to that run game, but that's really what's impressed me about Bev Facey is their ability to control the ball, work the clock in the first quarter, and really move it, both using their running back and their offensive line, but also a mobile quarterback. They've ran him, they've rolled him out of the pocket.
3rd and 10, so the Sabres have their punting unit on the field. Along with another rabbit, might be running into the bottom of the frame. There you go. Go get that ball. I think he's onside. Ball will bounce up towards the Sabres. Facey just touches it. They can get a no yards, and they do. Do want to take a moment to thank the Sport, Physical Activity, and Recreation branch of the Ministry of Tourism and Sport with the Government of Alberta, who's a funding provider to the ASAA. The funds received from this area of the government are put towards enhancing the quality of life for all Albertans.
Well, it's been great that the organizations have been coming together
No
to provide
yards.
these games.
Number 90 on the kicking team. That's a 5-yard penalty, first down.
You know, it really just ups the ante of high school football. It brings a little bit of attention to it. Obviously, now get fans from around the province can watch it, or even around the country. It's going to make recruiting for college coaches a little bit easier. They can watch some of these highly sought-after games on film.
Handoff. Facey's been good on first down. This time there was contact just beyond the line of scrimmage. Still a pickup of about 4, though.
It looked like he was going to fly through there, and then again, instantly someone had his hand I think around his waist. Good explosion through the hole, and then right there, just got absolutely stopped right in his tracks. So good job of responding. Decent first down yardage for Facey. Is it a rundown? I'm not sure if they got quite as much to have it a dual threat, but they do come out 5 receivers.
I believe that was Carter Gallen that maybe got an arm on him first. That Saldi line is huge. Play action, throw to the left, near the sticks, they got it. First down for Adam Fieser.
A little bit of a West Coast offense feel to it. Some short passes, get it out of the backfield, even on, again, that was only a yard or 2 downfield from the line of scrimmage. But again, with that action in behind the backfield, he kind of springs free and gives himself some space. So great play calling, creating opportunities for their athletes to generate a nice little drive. And they've been doing that so far today. No points to show for it, though.
Receivers in motion, another handoff, trying to cut it up the middle. Maybe a gain of just 1 there for Deshaun Duncan in at running back.
Yeah, not much room off of that edge there. You could see him came into the hole and 2 guys there waiting for him. Arms open and, very short gain, but Facey continues to find a way to convert on second down. Let's see if they can find it here.
Set up a 2nd and 9. That was right into the arms of Carson Hartman. Just kind of walked down on the field before the game, stood beside him for a few seconds. All I got to say is if I'm coaching, I'm putting 2-3-0 linemen on that guy. He is a presence down at that line of scrimmage. Play action over the middle. That one bounced off the line. Might have been batted down by Carter Gallen. And that Sabres defensive line has made its mark on that drive.
Trying to hit that receiver coming on the crossing route, but just too much traffic. And again, you can kind of see his release there. It was kind of sidearm trying to get it through the hole. Really hard to see your receiver, and really hard for a receiver running behind all that traffic. Again, you want to try to get it over the top a little bit, but of course then there's the risk of who else could catch it across the middle. So sometimes it's tough, and I know I've had, coached for many years in the high school ranks. So some of those crossing routes, it's really hard to see the vision. Typically your quarterbacks aren't massive, so you're looking through the O-linemen, trying to find those passing lanes. And again, right there, they play action right to it. There's a number of guys in the hole, and so he just threw it right into him. Again, the receiver coming in, but never had a chance to get his hands on that ball.
Do have a player down here for the Falcons. Amarpal Brar, rather. O-lineman. He's going to need some help to get off the field. This is a Falcons team that has dealt with some injury, and they can't really afford many more right now. I will say, grade 10 quarterback, I kind of look at my roster, and normally you see a young quarterback, and you kind of wonder what that offense is going to look like. Sometimes it can get really sloppy. And just up here with the headset on, no one really likes a sloppy game. I've been really impressed so far with Grady Malo. He looks like he has the keys to that offense, and he looks like that operation right now is smooth.
Yeah, and the coaches have clearly done a good job in preparing him to run the offense that they want to run with him. Then you don't maybe not run everything you used to run. We got a flag here on this one, but you don't always run everything with a younger quarterback. You're going to limit it. I mean, the reality is, as a coach, you need to coach to the guys that you have.
Illegal procedure. Number 44 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, third down.
Somebody get a little antsy there. Special teams guys stepping in there on the line.
Falcons have punted once in this game so far. Kind of bounced back towards them, only being a net difference of about 12. Hoping for a better one here off the feet of Woom, and it will be. Bouncing out around the Sabres 40. See, will they mark it? Out at the 43.
Yeah, a net of about 25. Definitely better. Again, with the win, maybe wanted to get a little bit more on that, but better than the 12 they got last time. And again, I would definitely be doing what they're doing is angle that to the sideline against special teams with returners, and you're putting your best athletes back to return the ball. You definitely want to eliminate any possibility of a big return. So good starting field position, though, for Sal after their defense stops Facey on that drive.
Kind of same story on this side of the ball. Sabres, through their 2 drives, they've been able to move the ball, just no points yet. Here's a look for Sundqvist. Has some room down the right side. And a tackle as Ty Pollock caught just enough of his legs. Hold on here. Did the ball come out? Falcons think they have it, but I believe the officials have marked Sundqvist down. That's what it looked like to my eyes. We'll get a look on the replay.
Definitely looked like it came out on contact. What a great job, though. Again, the space he has, a nice jump cut. 2 defenders in the backfield have him dead to rights, and he just makes them miss. And you can see there, arm goes down. Clearly the arm's down. Ball's causing the ball to, or the turf's calling the ball, causing the ball to come out down there. First down yardage. Great run for Sal.
From their own 53. They'll fake it to Sundqvist. Quick pass down into the flats and no room. Played beautifully by Tegan Polyak. He's made an impact on both sides of the football tonight.
I see Carson McFall. He's looking to the bench right now for a call from his quarterback. But as he kind of walked over the last 4 or 5 steps, he's got a little bit of a limp there. I wonder if he took a shot in the leg, and want to see if he's okay. Obviously mobile enough to do a little play action to get the ball out, but he definitely looks like he's walking not as comfortable as he would like to.
Yeah, you never know. We could have came into this with that kind of injury too. Football's such a physical sport. Obviously, McFall feeling a little bit of something right now. Looks good right now as he's flushed out to the right, pass downfield, caught by Sterling. He doesn't have first down yardage, but maybe enough to go for it on a 3rd and 4. Maybe 5.
I don't see any movement on the bench here down in front of us from Sal, so I think their offense is staying out there. I think Coach Cam Fraser is wanting a little bit more from his offense right now and going to give him an opportunity here on 3rd and 5 to either keep this drive going or maybe get some points out of it, take a shot. But definitely not happy with where this game is at if I was the coach of Sal right now.
McFall, play action, pass down the right side, juggling! Incomplete. The Falcons defense gets another stop.
Well, you talked about it earlier. You know, the longer this game stays close, I think the more Facey's got, 1, the energy, 2, the belief, really. And it comes down to that. I know, I mean, you always believe, but you're the underdog in this game coming in. But now all of a sudden, after 2 quarters, you got a knotted tie at 0 with the number 4 ranked team in the province.
Yeah.
That's going to give you hope in life. And that's what they have right now. The Bev Facey defense continues to come up big, snuffed out the drives. Again, big 3rd down play there. Again, just stepping it up. Again, you bobble the ball. You got to execute on offense. If you don't, their defense has been in position to make a play, giving their offense one more opportunity here to see if they can get a drive that maybe can result in some points.
It's been a fascinating game so far, hasn't it? Just under 7 minutes to go in the first half. No scores. Flag on the snap of the football. They'll give it to the receiver, Johnston. And didn't get a good push there. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that might have been a free play. We'll have to check the flags. Yeah, looked like a slot receiver.
So here's where you decline this. I almost think second and long. I mean, it was going to be second 11 or first and 15. So I think Cam's going to. Yep. So they put the ball down right there. Second down and 11. We'll give him one more shot. Again, you don't want to give him 3 shots at it because 3, you know.
Offside, number 18 on the offense. That penalty's declined. Second down.
You know, they've been willing to go for it on 3rd and short. So taking it down away, you know, you get one stop here on 2nd and long, and maybe they can get the ball back.
This is a new quarterback in the game. Jared Coley, grade 12 quarterback for the Falcons. Lefty throwing it. I think that might have been a backwards pass, but it is received, and now just across midfield. They're going to mark him actually at their own 54, and that's going to be a little too long for their offense to go for it. The Falcons are punting it away.
It definitely floated for a lot longer than they wanted on 2nd and long. That's a big ask on a wide receiver screen to the wide side of the field. That's a long throw for any quarterback, let alone a high school quarterback. But again, it took a long time to get out there. Sal defense did a great job corralling, pinning him in, and making a tackle to limit that gain to only a few yards.
El Rahi and Sterling, the returners out there for the Sabres. Boom, some pressure here down the left side. He's going to angle it towards that sideline again. And they don't get much better than that, out at about the 26 with no chance of a return.
Oh, again, another great punt angled right at the sideline. And these punts are not landing too far out of bounds. They are just out of bounds, which gives them the best yardage they can get. So probably 30-plus net yards there on that punt. That's definitely what you're looking for out of your punt team.
Yeah, 32 yards. I mean, high school special teams, I think you take that every time. Yeah,
and again, keeping the returners off the return game is definitely something they want to do.
Just 5:40 left in the first half. Clock feels like it's going quick. McFall fakes it. Going to take it himself across the 25. Doesn't pick up much. Falcons defense reads it well.
Sal tried to catch him in a play action here. You can see there he starts to roll out in quarterback's eyes. He's like, come and bait me. So he kind of baits the DB, but then the DB's like, hey, I can't let this guy go. He's my responsibility. So he stays with the receiver, and then the linebackers are able to flow to the quarterback to limit the gain just a couple yards, as you mentioned. But again, good job on defense, not recognizing, because if he steps up, that receiver's wide open. There's no one guarding him.
Kind of hit a bit of an impasse here. Offenses have started to struggle a little more. Sabres need something. Another quick pass. Now running across the 30, they're not going to get it. Nathan Frazier on the catch and run, short by, boy, that's a long 3rd down, 3rd and about 3, and the punting team's coming on the field.
I can just tell by the postures of the coaches and the frustration. Just, hey, we cannot get something going here on offense. And that hats off to the Bev Facey defense, just continuing to answer drive after drive here, forcing punt situations. And again, we'll see what the net gain here is on punt. We've watched Bev Facey punt a few times, 20, one was 12, 20, and 30-plus yards on the return. We'll see how Sal does here on their punt unit.
Bounces just inside midfield. It's off the hands of the returner, but Johnson's able to pick it up, trying to take it across the left side. Shed off one tackler and now downed just inside his own 50.
So kind of exchanging punts, about 33 net yards, maybe a yard more than Facey when they got it. So Bev Facey gets the ball back here with just 4.5 minutes left. A little dangerous play. You don't want to let that one get out of your hands for too long. But again, does a good job of getting what he can after that to give himself some, again, decent field position out on the 48. We'll see. Is this the drive? Is this the drive we break this goose egg tie here?
Yeah, it's both lines have gotten some good pushes. It feels like as much 10-yard gains as we've seen, we've kind of yet to see that 30, 40-yard play, right?
Yeah, definitely no big plays yet. They did have the one turnover, but other than that, it's been back and forth.
Melo back in at quarterback, fakes the handoff, going to take it himself. Finds a little bit of room down the right side and falls forward. Didn't look like much, but a gain of about 4.
You talk about good action in the backfield. He fakes it to nobody in the backfield and still beats a D lineman to the edge. So he's got no running back to fake it to. He follows through with his fake, and then his quick feet get him outside for at least a positive gain of 4 yards. But with no running back went to the left. Obviously got missed some miscommunication in the backfield, missed the play fake, but still made the most of it and didn't have to eat it in the backfield, but got himself a great second down opportunity.
2nd and 6. It's been a common spot for the Falcons their last few drives. They are going to run it here. Polyuk, no room. If anything, it was a loss. 2nd and 7. Punting unit back on the field. 3rd and 7, rather.
So we'll see here what they decide to do. Sal on the return team continues to put Jackson Sterling on the boundary where they seem to be kicking the ball, but so far Facey have been on the left hash kicking left, and he's angled it really well. The wind, although we don't see it a lot up here, I've watched the trees behind us, it's almost coming in the exact same direction of the shadows. So from the right now, the screen from the right to the left, it's going in that direction. So a punt to this side may not get out of bounds unless he angles it. So we'll see if they have an opportunity to return this one.
Yeah, the wind's kind of gusting sometimes, swirling a little bit. It's calmed down. They will keep it in play. Bounces inside the 35 and taken by El Rahi, who's taken down immediately. We have seen some good tackling in this game.
He just fell there.
Oh, he fell?
Yeah, he actually fell. I don't know if he got his foot caught on Jackson Sterling's foot or what happened there, but as it bounced up in the air, he kind of, we'll see here, he just awkwardly fell. Yeah, I think Jackson Sterling got himself a tackle.
Okay,
Special teams.
Okay, so I said good tackling in this game. Maybe not on that one.
It has been good tackling. You are correct. It has been good tackling in that game. That time, again, the sun is up in this direction, not directly to where that punt was coming from. But again, ball security is always number one on punt return or kick return because you do not want to have a turnover. And so, again, securing that ball, priority number one. We'll see if Sal can get on the move.
We're under the 3-minute warning. Clock ticking away. See if one team can break this goose egg. And once again, just not much over the middle for Sundquist. Bev Facey met him right at the line. Looked like Ruben Parker again.
Yeah, and it's a good thing he did. They brought a blitz off the outside edge, which forced the back and all the running to go inside, but it also takes a linebacker out of the core. So great job by the defensive lineman to fall off his block and actually make a play on the running back because they were short one linebacker after they blitzed off this outside edge here.
A lot of grade 10 players on this Falcons roster. I'll tell you what, though, there's some good ones. Parker, a grade 10 player as well. Quick jet sweep out to a receiver. Good pickup here on first down. And a good run, a hit, maybe a little late, a little high. He's going to draw a flag against the Falcons. That was Clausen on the big run with more yardage to come. And Clausen slow to get up as well.
Yeah, he coming right to the side, going to see the trainers. It's like they're coming up and going up even further. Sticks are on the move.
Unnecessary roughness, spearing, number 11 on the defense. 15 yards at the end of the play, first down.
I don't think there was anything intentional about it, but I do think this is the right call here, Rob. Take me through it.
Well, we'll see here. It comes right at the end. I think it's this one. Yeah, right there. You can see him coming in, kind of like targeting almost. He's almost down to the ground and took a shot there. I don't know if he got him. I don't know if he ever taken a helmet. Maybe ever taken a helmet to the forearm, which is where he came off. Clausen came off holding his forearm, but definitely does not feel good. But you could see him coming in late, and that's what they were looking at. Again, you could see him come in without.
Illegal procedure, number 68 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
So Sabres going to get a little behind the sticks here. McFall looking right. Quick swing pass to Sundquist again, and he's met in the backfield. Maybe fell forward to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of one. Regardless, a win for the Falcons defense.
Byron Remaika making a tackle, and a nice tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Great job of responding, and Sal has tried to go to that swing pass a few times, and it seems like Facey understands and probably done some film work. They know how to respond and get to there, getting through the blockers, but good job defending that. Here we go, 2nd and 16.
Need a big one. McFall, there's a flag on the play. Finds a receiver. It's Matt Morgan. Looks like he has a first down. For now, it's coming back.
It was short-lived. Short-lived. Yeah, I think it was holding as he stepped up into the pocket and then pulled up to make his throw. It's those defensive linemen kept coming.
Holding, number 68 on the offense. 10-yard penalty, repeat 2nd down.
We talked about big play opportunities. That was one of them. Unfortunately, the holding call maybe bought him enough time to get the ball off, but they saw it in the backfield. And sometimes when a quarterback scrambles, that's what you see is, again, he's going in a different place the linemen expect him to be. Sometimes you hold on to cloth a little too long.
2nd and 26. They got a ways to go. McFall, there's some room here, but Frazier never got his feet under him. Still a decent pickup there. They're able to get 9 out to midfield. Punting team coming on.
Yeah, definitely had a nice route drawn up. Again, he had the space, just couldn't keep his feet. Had definitely another, maybe not a first down, but he gets another 8 to 10 yards there on that. If he can keep his feet and get running, he's got a good chance to at least get a 3rd and really short opportunity for the offense to go, which I'm sure they would have once they were inside of Bev Facey territory. So punting right from center here. And again, Facey with 1:27 left. Maybe an opportunity to break this tie, but again, Facey's been very methodical with their drives. They've found ways to use the clock and move the ball, not in big plays, not in big chunks. They did have the one shot that they missed, just didn't see it earlier in the game. We'll see if they go for another shot.
Sam Preston out to punt. They're always big plays at the high school level. Preston's got a good leg. Bounces inside the 30, kind of away from the returners. A couple Sabres had to dodge it a little bit, and I was going to say, there's no way there wasn't no yards there. Both refs eventually do throw their flags.
Took a little bit of time to get it out of their pockets. It was hitting too far in there, but they did get it out. You know, and usually as a coach, I'd be pretty aggressive late in a game like this. But I think for Bev Facey, honestly, I think the opportunity, don't take a risk here. You know, with this kind of time, you don't want to give up anything. And honestly, it's 0-0. But I have to believe right now the belief in the momentum stands still in the hands of the Bev Facey Falcons, knowing they're locked up here with a provincially ranked team, 0-0, almost at the half. So 58 seconds left. I wouldn't definitely take a risk.
No yards on the kicking team. That's a 5-yard penalty.
That no yards call, maybe not always a bad one to take for special teams. Just 5 yards for sure prevents a big return.
Definitely not. You don't want to create a seam. You don't want to let them get there. So again, you creep in. It's only 5 yards. Definitely, not something that you're going to get too upset about. You reduce the gain or limited the gain there on the return.
Falcons have just under a minute to work here. Quarterback draw, Grady Malo across the 40. And they haven't had that same first down production they've had earlier in the game, but that's a gain of maybe about 6 there. Should keep the playbook open.
Well, and great job of closing on it once he decided to take off and run, again, secure the ball. It's a good first down production, but again, Bev Facey has been relying on 1st and 2nd down to keep their drives alive. And again, I'm not sure if they're in a situation where they'd go for it on 3rd here in their own end, not giving up any momentum, but they're going to let that clock wind down here a little bit and see if they can find something on 2nd down, and that will find it. If the offense didn't move, which I didn't see anybody, the defensive lineman definitely came through.
So explain to people at home, sometimes on a offside, they'll let them play through. Sometimes they won't.
So if the offensive moves in, it's a procedure call. Usually the whistle is blown dead, or wait and get the call here, and I'll finish that in a second.
Offside, 92 on the defense. 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
So if the guy who jumps on defense is what would they call unabated to the quarterback, means he may light up the quarterback if they don't blow this dead. They would typically blow that dead. And you can see he definitely is in the backfield, and so there's no hiding that one. So that's when they will blow it dead. Usually they give the offense the opportunity to play out that play, but because he's so far into the backfield and could risk taking an injury or something when the play may not happen, they blow that one dead.
So it is a first down. High snap. Falcons just got to get back on it, and they do. And with 31 seconds left in the quarter, that was a big play there for Grady Malo.
Well, Coach Fraser's getting the attention of the officials, calling the timeout, which is exactly what I would be doing or thinking about doing, just because they've got an opportunity here. They're really not, now a second and super long. They got a penalty that helped them, got them great first down position, and a bad snap cost them a number of yards here. So now Coach Fraser's thinking, hey, if we can get a stop here, we can get the ball back, maybe have a shot at a couple plays where I think Sal is built a little bit more. They can take a shot deep. They have some very talented, experienced receivers and a quarterback that can deliver the ball well, who's been in a lot of big games. I mean, I had the chance to call their championship game last year, and what a show they can put on. They've got some of those guys back for sure. That's why they're good as they are. But again, they're just not able to connect today. We've seen them take a few shots deep, and they will do that. So I think that's the strategy, is see if they can get one more possession. Again, right now, if Bev Facey doesn't get too many yards back, they may get the ball close to center. Again, we've talked about a 20 to 25 net yard gain on the punting team for Bev Facey. That would put them right around center. So again, opportunity for Sal if they can get a stop here, and have a few seconds left.
I think Facey would just run the ball here, try to get some seconds off the clock on second and almost impossible. They do run. Gain of 6. And Poliuk is taken down. Timeout called by the Sabres once again.
So good use of timeouts. Again, we got 26-ish seconds, 26.6 seconds on the clock. Again, forcing the punt, maybe 8 to 10 seconds may go off the clock here. We'll see. Again, I imagine they're going to be angling to the sideline. They're sitting right outside their 35, so very good chance Sal could get this in decent field position, somewhere around midfield. And they've got some athletes that could take a shot. And that's the opportunity you have, where Facey, we haven't seen that explosive play downfield, or at least an attempt for that. I'm sure they've got something drawn up. Remember the days I was actually calling Wildcats games against the Huskies when their head coach, Brad Lonhart, was playing quarterback, and a very good quarterback at the junior level, had very successful career for a number of years. And now he's given back to that sport that got him through his childhood years, and he had some good experiences there. So giving back and being the head coach here of Facey. We'll see what they do here in the last 26 seconds.
Oh boy, some pressure. They did contact the punter. There's a flag that's been thrown on the return as Jackson Sterling tackled just across midfield. Boy, oh boy, let's check this flag.
Well, the flag is definitely going to, you're definitely going to re-punt this as Bev Facey. Again, even if it's probably not going to give him a first down. I don't think it was roughing. We'll see what the call here is, and this will probably get us close to the half. Oh, roughing the kicker.
Yeah, so if they replay the down here, let's get the call.
Contacting the kicker on the defense. That's a 10-yard penalty. Repeat, third down.
Okay, still a big one though. They would have had it at that Falcons 52. Instead, they're booting it from their own 46 with way less time on the clock.
Yeah, now you really want to angle this out of bounds. You saw the damage that Jackson Sterling as a returner can do. Phenomenal athlete, very, very quick, and understands how to run through space.
Timeout, Facey.
He's probably telling him exactly that. You kick this out of bounds.
Yeah.
Again, if you can get this down to 8 seconds, and maybe Facey has a shot, Sal has a shot of one play, not more than that. You don't really want to give him 2 plays, because 2 plays you can take something intermediate. You still got to defend the deep ball. But again, we'll maybe see the kicker come out if they can get a portion of this back on their first play. But if you can get this down under 8 seconds, there's a chance they'll only have 1 play before the end of the half. And I'd still be taking a shot downfield. A pass interference call, anything like that can give you a hand. But in high school football, I got my rules correctly, a pass interference is not a spot foul.
Yeah.
So again, you actually want to talk to your DBs about that. If it's a bad situation, drag the guy down. Do not let him catch it. You give up the 15 yards, and then maybe only one play left. You don't want to give up anything deep here. The returner's set up around the 25-yard line, which would be a good kick right now that we've seen so far today.
Operation
it's going to be playable.
Clean, punt is away, and it does stay on the field. Bouncing around for a while, off the returner's hands, and Sterling has to just hop back on it. 6.2 seconds left. That play took 9 seconds. Not sure if there's enough time for the Sabres offense to do too much.
Well, I definitely take a shot, I think. I mean, I don't know if there's I say there's no harm in that. Throw a pig, return a touchdown. You don't want to give it up, but I think you definitely, I think you take a shot here. You find a combination route you like, maybe a curl wheel, or a little corner route to one of your best receivers. It looks like they're bringing Sterling out here, and I would definitely have two guys covering this side. It's going to be a shot. I'm calling it right now, and the coaches on the sideline are saying the same thing. You better get yourself down here. Do you double cover that?
They do go to Sterling. Quick pass towards the boundary. Sterling with a step. Good tackle made by Matt Morgan.
Got 0.4. So they are going to get a second play here. Out of bounds just in time.
I love being right above the benches calling these games. There's so much emotion going down on these two sidelines right now. Different emotion, though.
You get to hear a lot right now.
It feels like the Falcons have been generally a little more upbeat so far. It feels like Sal just kind of looking at him, maybe getting a bit impatient.
Coaches are trying to make sure they get back on Sterling, and they're going to take a shot deep, and he's got a little bit of space in behind.
Will there be a flag? Sabres want it.
No flag.
Sterling wants it. They're not going to get it. The Falcons get another stop. They were looking for Sterling the whole way, couldn't find him.
Well, I gotta agree a little bit with Sterling. He's not going to win the battle now, but you can see here he kind of falls and then contact happens. So again, maybe that's what they saw. He is not happy about the no call, and he's going to be going into the locker room again. But that's also a sign of the frustration you can sense from the Sabres right now. They came in highly touted as the favorite in this game, and no one's been able to find a way to get some points on the board.
Intriguing first half from Emerald Hills. It's the ASAA Game of the Week. It's 0-0. Falcons and Sabres playing a tight one.
Yo, check the rhythm, feel the vibe, beats dropping hard, making heads collide, bass thumping loud, shaking up the street. Every step I take, moving to the beat, lightning fast, I'm breaking it down, feeling the pulse in every sound, never miss a step, always on the move. The beat's my partner, we groove as 1, 2. I close my eyes and let the music flow in this crazy world. It's the only thing I know. The rhythm. check the rhythm, feel the vibe, beats dropping hard, making heads collide, bass thumping loud, shaking up the street. Every step I take, moving to the beat, lightning fast, I'm breaking it down, feeling the pulse in every sound, never miss a step, always on the move. The beat's my partner, we groove as 1, 2. I close my eyes and let the music flow in this crazy world. It's the only thing I know. The rhythm.
We are back at Emerald Hills. Battle in the park today. Bev Facey Falcons and Salisbury Sabres all knotted up at 0. We've yet to see a score. Connor Toffin joined by Rob Harrod here in the booth on this IC Live procast of the game of the week. Listen, we're deadlocked right now. There's been some movement, and then as the first half went on, the defense has stepped up even a little more. Rob, someone's got to do something to get on the board here.
They do, yeah, and I think if I were Sal, I would be looking to finding a little bit of rhythm in their offense. They haven't found that rhythm. They've taken a couple shots and they've missed. They need to find a little bit of rhythm, get it to the playmakers, and get downfield. We were looking at some of their stats of the receivers. Lots of big plays happening so far in the league this year. They haven't found theirs yet. They've taken a couple shots, but they haven't. If I'm Bev Facey, I'm excited coming out of the half. They are going to have to get some points on the board and keep one of those drives going, but they've managed to put together great drives, controlling the field position and making Sal move the ball, which they have not been able to do. So big plays, I think, is what I expect from Sal. I think they're going to take some shots and get some guys downfield. And then Bev Facey, I think they're going to continue to grind this out. Talking to Coach before the game, he talked about, you know what, we want to just keep it close, get into the second half, and give ourselves an opportunity. And that they've done. Can they respond here coming out? These first, as you said, these first couple drives are going to be important for both of these teams, offense and defense. Can they find a rhythm? Can they crack that code of both defenses? And again, we talked about Bev Facey's defense so much because, again, their defense has stood up to a team that is dominant right now in the province, and they've shut them out in the first half. Now, Sal's defense is no slouch. They've obviously given up some yards, but they've been able to turn the ball over and stop those drives, keeping, of course, the zeros on the board. So I was going to tell all the viewers out there, if you are just tuning in, it is not the opening kickoff. It is the second half, so we only got a half left. But one of these teams is going to grind out a win today, and we're going to find out who that's going to be next 2 quarters.
Play running on a little late for the Sabres.
Could this be the play?
Yeah, it does feel like one of those games where one plays could swing it. Could be a return. It could be a fumble. Ball's on the ground right now behind El Rahi. He'll pick it up, try to bounce it across the left side. Not a lot of space there, tackled inside his own 25.
Not the opening return that Sal wanted, but we've said that a few too many times, that it's just not what Sal wants. Again, a team that's used to being dominant and winning some games. They did come off a tough loss to Ainley. So again, trying to respond from that, but they're having a hard time today. We'll see what their offense has. See if they can get it to some playmakers downfield and get some chunk yards, get some momentum back.
It really does feel, we talked about these offenses, it's important to get out of a rut, but just for the momentum in this game right now, this drive for the Sabres feels huge. Run up the middle. It was just a forest of defensive players. A gain of just 2.
Yeah, and it's tough slugging right now up the middle. You can see them even bringing the extra receivers into the box to help, but Facey winning the one-on-one battles in the line of scrimmage and just being playable to those running backs, so limiting the gain again. So going back to the air, and usually it's a little bit harder, but again, Sal is kind of built and has been over the years to throw that ball and threaten the defense. We'll see what this defense can do to stop here on 2nd and 8.
They need the 35. McFall, another swing pass. Sheds 1 tackle and just gets past the line of scrimmage. The Falcons defense has come up with another stop. Punting team out on the field, a gain of just 1.
What to say, he's got the space, he makes 1 guy miss, but there's 4 more guys waiting there. So Bev Facey's defense, and again, I mean, if I was Bev Facey defense, when I went in that locker room at halftime, I would be fired up.
Yeah.
You know, shut these guys down. Their goal, let's go do it again. Let's give ourselves an opportunity to win this one. And they did on the first drive. So we talked about the importance of the first drive. First drive for Sal, won by the Bev Facey defense. Again, we'll see what this punt results in the field position, but it looks like it's going to be decent field position from punting in your own end.
Falcons returners standing on their own 45. Preston gets a beautiful punt away, hanging high up in the air. It's off the fingertips and out of bounds.
We better get that thing out of bounds. Step into that or let it go out of bounds, but don't touch it. You happen to knock that the wrong way. But what a great punt. I mean, spiral up in the air, lots of hang time. Again, as he closes in on that one, he's got to reach out from his body. And again, you're trying to keep that inside, a little closer to your body so you don't have to reach for it. He's got to adjust to that. But that's that hang time. You can see the spiral on the ball. The tip turns over, it carries. And then typically if the tip stays high, it's going to drop. And that one dropped a little bit short of his hands there. But good field position for Bev Facey for their first drive of the second half.
Two backs. Grady Malo in front of him. Seen this formation a lot. Receiver in motion. Runs down to the slot on that left side. Movement early. Flag's going to come out. Another
And he is off to the races.
Down the right side. Across the 45. As it stands, it's a pickup of 17. But we got to check the flag.
Definitely looked like Sal had jumped on the far side. We'll see if anybody else moved.
It is on the Sabres.
Offside, number 56 on the defense. That penalty is declined.
We talked just before the half, we've seen some 10-yard gains, a lot of good first down production from either side, but we've yet to see that big 30, 40-yard play. Palyuk was close.
He was.
Another run. Same guy, same place, right side, inside the 35, trying to fall forward. He'll be stopped just short of the yard to gain. 2nd and 1.
When I continue, you think coming in, with one of the leading backs in the Metro League, you think Sal would be chewing up some yards on the ground to set up their passing game, but it seems like Facey's the one owning the run game right now, and if you can own the run game, which likely a little bit of a strategic move by Facey to keep Sal's offense off the field, don't give him too many shots. They seem to be executing that very, very well and controlling this ball, getting close to score territory here.
Is this the shot play? From the 34 on a 2nd and 1. One back clears out, leaves room for Palyuk. And, oh boy, this one might be coming back 5 yards. They didn't get the play off.
Time count, number 6 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, repeats 2nd down.
That's a costly one there.
That is a huge penalty. I mean, they can overcome it, and they've shown they can. 2nd and still medium here, but I know you want to save your timeouts in the second half, but I wonder if that would have been one as a head coach. You would have been there watching it and like, hey, you know what? We do not want to give this one up here. So we got changes happening back in and out of the huddle. A couple things going on.
Yeah, Malo is kind of running towards the sideline too. Yeah, the ref is kind of wondering what's going on. So now the play finally going to get blown in. So that 20-second clock will start now. Still lots of time here for the Falcons to get the play off. So they need 6 yards though. After a time count on 2nd and 1. Motion, another handoff. Palyuk, good burst, trucks over a defender. Does he get the first down? He is right at the yard to gain.
I think they've got it, and there goes the sticks on the way. Another grindy first down for the Falcons.
Picked it up by about half the football. So now from the 33. Falcons offense moving the sticks with that run game once again.
Well, I'd be content. I don't know if you need to take a shot here. Just content to grind this out. 3-down football.
Another run. Polyak met at the line of scrimmage. Did the Sabres defense ever need that?
Yeah, I need the opportunity there. And again, a read play. May want to pull this one again. You can see the linebacker there just waiting in the wings. Again, can he get to the edge? A fleet-footed quarterback is nice to have. You can challenge that edge a little bit more. In that case, the front seven did their job for the Sabres, forcing them into a 2nd and 11.
Looked like Carson Hartman right in the gap again. He's had a good game. 2nd and long, quick screen, defender right in the area. Kind of a risky play there. You're right up on the receiver, but if he got away about another yard, he might have been off to the races.
Yeah, and just a quick wide receiver screen. Again, getting the ball out, getting in a hurry, but great defensive play by being there and grabbing that leg. Again, a little bit of space there, but again, that's the job of the slot back to make his block, but he did a good job of wheeling his hips around the blocker and just holding on to the receiver long enough now.
So off first down, loss of one, gain of one, takes him to the 33. I hear field goal.
He was calling field goal and he's calling punt. Now here's the question: do you angle it to the edge there and see if you can get yourself a? It looks like it's a punt. Like, I mean, you got to think a punt single here. It actually, could be the winning points here in the game. If this keeps up, you got a good field position. But I definitely would be angling it towards the corner. If you can pin him inside the 10, great. If it bounces through for a single, I'm not saying that's all bad.
Both the protectors went up talking to the O-line. That's exactly what they're going to do. Try to angle it out of bounds. Not much on the punt, though.
Maybe that 15 or 18 at the very most. But again, inside the 20. So, you know, Facey happy to lean on their defense a little bit here.
I'll mark it out at the 18, 13. Yeah, 13.
Okay, not bad. Not bad.
So that leaves a long field for a Sabres offense that, now they're moving it up to the 16. So still leaves a long field for a Sabres offense that has picked up some first downs, but not much more yet. There's been no real point in this game where either offense has really threatened yet.
No, they haven't. I mean, that was probably the most threatening drive we've seen. And again, they couldn't keep it up after a huge defensive stand.
Run down the right side. Short pickup. And that'll bring up 2nd and about 4. McFall. Run down the right side across the 25. Not sure if they're there, right next to the sticks. Real close. So 3rd and 1, so he was having a little bit of technical difficulties up here. Salisbury offense gonna go for it. They're lined up heavy, McFall under center. There's some big guys behind him. They come up early. No, not much of a push. There's a flag on the play as well.
See if, oh, there we go. We're back on live. It's going to be, it's like it's going against Bev Facey, so they are going to get
44 on the defense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Good to be back here with you. Just lost the mic for a second there, but we're back, and Sal managed to get the first down on a penalty there, and I think they may have got it with the quarterback sneak, but bigger gain for the take the penalty. Now they're on their just outside, inches outside their 30.
I've done a football game once on my own. Never happening again. I wasn't losing you for more than a minute, buddy.
Well, it's a good thing we got a crew who knows how to fix that, because I was not going to be able to fix it. Come on the sweep.
Clausen, nothing there. The Falcons force another loss.
This defense just continues to make play after play. You can see here, right there in the mix, is that whole defensive front continue to play as a great unit, understanding gap responsibilities and just stretching these plays out. Again, trying to find the seams, and there's no seams to be found by the Sabres offense. 2nd and 11. See in their own end if they can get out.
Big play. Just 4.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Shot out to the right side. Coming back to the football is Matt Morgan. Pulls it in. It's not going to be enough for the first down. They're 5 yards short, and the punt team is back on the field. Nice hands, though, by Morgan.
That was great hands catch. Again, lead him to the outside. Again, just a little too far. If he can catch that, he's got a little bit of space between him and the DB. May have been able to turn up field and get the extra yards, but again, having to leave his feet to secure that catch with his hands, which he did well at, just left him short. So they're seeing a fair bit of man by the secondary here of Bev Facey, and I'm a little surprised they're not trying to exploit that a little bit with the receivers that they do have. Again, it's going to continue to be a grind-out game here. Force another punt situation.
Seen some good ones from Preston so far. This one angled to the boundary side. Good bounce for the Sabres as well. No one's touched it yet, and there's going to be a no yards. But talked about this earlier. It kind of looks like the Sabres might be willing to take that 5 yards just to make sure there's no return.
Well, and yeah, interesting. I mean, unfortunately, you teach these guys trying to catch it in the air, but with it short like that, he wasn't able to corral it and just went right by him. Fortunately, didn't touch it. But again, then he's patient enough to see if he can get the 5 yards out of it. But again, no effort whatsoever.
No yards. Number 19 on the kicking team. 5-yard penalty, first down.
So again, not horrible field position, but definitely a little bit of a flip there when Sal punting out of their own end. We'll see if Facey can find a way. They put a nice drive together to start this quarter. Did not end in points. Sal responds with a couple first downs. Back in the hands of Facey.
My math probably isn't right, but if it is, that was a 43-yard net difference post-penalty. Good play there for the Sabres. Run down the right side. It met immediately in the backfield. That Sabres D-line is taken over. Liam Campbell. Big hit.
Well, again, the defense doing a good job staying backside to force the quarterback to give the ball, but then the front side is strong, penetrating into the backfield. If you can get defensive linemen penetrating into the backfield on those exchanges, you're forcing a 2nd and long here. So this is favorable for the Sabres defense. Again, we talked about big plays. They've been very few and far to come in this game. We haven't seen a lot of them, but again, maybe an opportunity here to take a shot downfield and see if they can convert this 2nd and long.
2nd and 15. Corners run up to the wideouts. Malo trying to find the edge and couldn't get it. Another loss. The offense is going backwards, tackled inside the 25, and the Falcons have to punt once again.
So great job forcing the 2 and out. Again, the first down play is huge when you take negative yards on first down, forcing you into a passing situation. It changes the dynamics of your front 7 on defense when you know they're in a passing down. And in that case, a very similar play that we saw earlier where he hit the guy in the flat. And then again, they had the deep receiver, and you could see they jumped to a cut coverage, which means the corner stepping up on the receiver. They had that opportunity if they had the deep route. And again, he could have taken a shot, but didn't quite get the shot out there.
So Facey out to punt. It'll bounce inside their own 50. Taken by Sterling, trying to bounce it out left. Has some room. Jackson Sterling across the 40. Still a couple Falcons defenders. Cuts it back in. Down at the 25.
Well, we talked all day about how I would not be punting to Jackson Sterling, and he just showed us all why. Again, doing a great job of making a big play when the offense is stalled. He wants to get the ball in his hands, and he does a great job there. He sees the edge, and the coverage again comes in the outside guy and then bounces it and uses his speed to get to the edge. Is that the play that's going to get this 0-0 tie broken. Sal in great field position here to get points, looking for 7 for sure.
So I'll tell you what, we've been waiting for a big play. Sal punted it from their own 36, 44-yard punt. They force a couple losses. Now a big return. They start the next drive at the Falcons 25. Quick wide receiver screen, trying to spin away is El Rahi. Nothing there. Pick up maybe 3.
Yeah, run a little circle route after the catch. Trying to find some space, but again, good job of getting some positive yards. You're in a good situation. You got a little momentum from your special teams unit and Jackson Sterling, and now just get upfield, get a little bit of space. Okay, good first down production. We'll see if they can convert this 2nd and 7.
You wonder if they're in field goal range already for Sam Preston. It'd be 29 yards from here.
And we'll see what their approach is here. They've probably decided if they get it close to the first down, they're going to go for it. Maybe it'll be a field goal.
Best scoring chance of the game for either side. McFall down the left side. It's caught and dropped. Is it incomplete or a fumble? Incomplete. And the Falcons think it should be a fumble.
When I was about to say, what an outstanding job of reaching behind his body, but he couldn't quite secure it. Ball's thrown a little bit behind him on the dig route. He tries to pull it in.
Did he ever have possession?
Don't think he did. I don't think.
Close.
I mean, the live shot, I thought he had possession. It came out, but I don't think he came down, was able to make a football move. It was still bobbling a fair bit. Maybe for a fraction it was secured, but not long enough for the official to feel that was the case. So this tie could be broken. A foot of a kicker.
Yeah, it was an interesting play. He kind of caught it, landed, ball came out, caught it again, and then it came right out. So no real football move in there. 29-yard attempt. Kick is up, and oh boy, did that ever have the leg. 3 points on the game for the Sabres. Sam Preston has broken the tie with 43.8 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Big kick.
Well, great execution there. Kakoa Roberts, number 17 on the snap. I don't know if you saw how small he was. He's actually a receiver who is their long snapper. Kakoa Roberts. Any idea who the head or their father is?
Yeah, I wonder.
Jed Roberts, again, special teams legend for the Edmonton Eskimos back in the day, is on their coaching staff. But Roberts doing his job as the long snapper. Perfect snap. And, of course, Jordan Marchand, one of the quarterbacks, doing the holding. And it is up and through to break this tie. So we'll see how Bev Facey responds now. They've been holding on to a tie, 0-0 for the majority of this game. Finally broken right before the end of the 3rd quarter. Now it's their opportunity. They need to find a way to respond to the big special teams play by Sal that's got those points on the board with the field goal.
Close game too. Might want to make a note of that. It's a 29-yard field goal, but that might have been good from a little further. Might have the leg to go up to 40. Good crowd here tonight. Good atmosphere, and we want to thank the Sport, Physical Activity and Recreation branch of the Ministry of Tourism and Sport with the Government of Alberta, who's a funding provider to the ASAA. The funds received from this area of the government are put towards enhancing the quality of life for Albertans.
We have a special teams response here.
It's in the hands of Jackson Johnston. Gets to the 30. And this Falcons offense, who's picked up some first downs, they need to find some points.
Definitely, they had their best opportunity not too long, a couple drives ago. They got deep into territory, but could not convert that into points. And good special teams coverage by Sal on that kickoff. And so a long field for Bev Facey. We'll see if they can find their game-breaking play. Seems like Sal found it, at least to get 3 with the special teams play. Can Facey find somebody in open space to make a big play for him?
Melo pulls it, tries to shed the tackler, but he's met in the backfield. Hussein was there right away.
Well, again, last time they overplayed the run, did a great job of hitting the back, and this time discipline on the backside. And again, that's conversations with your defensive lineman. Do not let him get outside, because the effectiveness of Bev Facey's run game in the first half really came with the dynamic duo of a running back and quarterback, using both guys. They've been able to shut both of them down, and a big piece of that is not letting the quarterback get out of the pocket. They did it right there to, again, 2nd and long.
16 to go. Last play of the third quarter, we think. What a throw and catch over the middle. Jackson Johnston across the 45 and taken down. Big play for the Falcons to end the third quarter.
Johnston in a ton of traffic. I'm like, where is he throwing that ball? But he had the belief right down the middle of the field. You can see as he's coming across, 3 crossing routes, one over top, one in the middle, and one underneath. Found his middle receiver, needed that yardage, and sure enough, converted. We had a big play run for Bev Facey, and what a great throw down the middle, and belief in his receiver to get that done. Huge conversion on 2nd and long for Bev Facey. Is that enough to build the energy to keep this drive going and respond to the 3 points that Sal's got on the board?
Falcons marching down by 3.
Yo, check the rhythm, feel the vibe, beats dropping hard, making heads collide, bass thumping loud, shaking up the street. Every step I take, moving to the beat, lightning fast, I'm breaking it down, feeling the pulse in every sound, never miss a step, always on the move. The beat's my partner, we groove as 1, 2. I close my eyes and let the music flow in this crazy world. It's the only thing I know.
Beautiful night from Emerald Hills. The lights are on for this battle in the park between the Falcons and the Sabres. Big play to Jackson Johnston. Picked up about 20 and a first down. Falcons offense starting from their own 47. The lone score in this game is a 29-yard field goal that we seen just a few minutes ago off the foot of Sam Preston. Facey just needs 3. Option play, pitch back. And Pollock was just able to haul it in. Pitch was a little high, but he'll end up losing 3.
Well, and getting that relation between your running back and your quarterback is important. Again, he needs more space. He needs to be outside because, again, he pulled number 6 into the tackle and he made the pitch, but 6 was able to get outside. You want that relation about 4 yards out and about 4 yards deep. If he gets that relation on that option route or on the option play there, he gets himself a little more space on the edge. In that case, they didn't get that spacing right, and they're going to have to fix that if they want to come back to that a little bit later. But going to the air likely here on 2nd and long.
13 to go. They just converted on 16. They're going deep again. Quarterback took a hit as he threw, and that affected the throw as Malo just couldn't get a clean throw away. It's a 3rd and 13. Punt team running out onto the field.
Well, and again, I like the idea of taking a shot. Took a little bit of a shot at the end of that, so maybe didn't get quite enough on it, but even the route combination, not sure where that came from because, again, the receiver went to the outside. Again, the ball was outside of both receivers, and when you get 2 receivers going to the same space, you draw more defenders. There was more guys there for Sal that had the opportunity of that ball than not. But what I think I'd like to see them simplify some things just a little bit here. You know, again, take the easy yards there. You know, clearly Sal is taking care of the box. They've brought 8 guys into the box now, and again, they man-to-man coverage, cover 0. They're filling that box. Facey's going to need to find another way to get some yards here, but now it's the turn of Sal. Opportunity here. Another scoring drive here could really challenge Facey to get back into this one. But a punt to the wide side of the field, touched by Sal and on the ground. And again, another mishandled punt. Fortunately, still in the hands of Sal. So again, I would say getting a little bit of that momentum back from the Jackson Sterling return and field goal, getting some points on the board. I think they're maybe a little exhale just a little bit more now. But the reality is they want more. This is an important drive. They could, I would almost say, put this one away if they can get a drive and a touchdown here.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen some long drives today. We only seen 3 drives actually completed in the first quarter of this game. So, yeah, you're looking long drive here. You could be down kind of around that 3-minute mark. You score to make it a 2-possession game. Or, of course, with 10 minutes left, we can get 5 drives aside still, and the score could be 34-30 by the end of it. Deep shot to Sterling. He's open. And I'm not sure if that went through his hands or if there was just a little too much on the ball. It was close, but it's a 2nd and 10.
That is definitely the shot they need to complete on again. Great route, using his speed to get into open space. Right through, a little bit on his outside shoulder, but that's actually where you tell your quarterbacks to throw that ball, is outside shoulder. You just got to adjust just a little bit more. Keep that, or haul that in. That could have been a big play to get some more points on the board, but they're definitely willing to do it. I like the idea. That's what I would be doing, is finding the receivers downfield. I think it's an opportunity they can go back to.
It was there. Looks like Sterling's going to have one-on-one again. They look towards him for a moment. McFall on the run, throws to the boundary, throws it just past a diving receiver. They were looking for El Rahi, and the Falcons have picked up another stop.
We'll take a quick look at this again. Gets it up, finds a little bit of space in front, steps up, lets it go. End of it here. Again, kind of right through the hands again. Not an easy catch to make by any stretch, but it was there. 2 plays to be made by the receivers, and we talk about, hey, let's get the ball down to their playmakers. Both playmakers had an opportunity. Couldn't quite finish either of those deep passes for big plays, so they're going to be punting the ball back to the Falcons. We'll see if they can find what they need on offense.
Falcons need a big play. Preston's got a leg, though. He's been preventing them with some good punts today. That one angled right to the boundary, and they don't get too much better than that. See where they mark it out. Walking up to the 47.
About 25 net yards, again, angled out. Well, decent field position, you know, again, trying to get some points on the board to respond to the 3 that Sal scored in the 3rd. Again, the watch on the clock is going to start to creep in a little bit here. Facey obviously needs to find a way to get some points in this one. Their defense has done their job in limiting Sal, the powerhouse, number 4 in the province, to only 3 points so far. Let's see if Facey's offense can find a way.
Run over the middle. Good push. And a pickup of 8.
And that is one way to get things going, putting yourself in a great 2nd down situation here. No doubt, just downhill running. Again, good job. When your secondary is in a position where they're making tackles, you've done your job as an offense. I love the young running back just protecting the ball, 2 hands on it, full speed ahead, downhill. Let's get some yards. Enough of this loss on 1st down they've seen the last couple drives. Good situation here for them.
They're going to go to the air. Nope, it's a quarterback draw. Melo contacted behind the line of scrimmage. He's going the wrong way. Sabres are all over him. Big loss on 2nd down, a loss of 6. It'll be a 3rd and 8.
Well, using the swing pass to draw the linebackers out, but the swing pass actually went deep into the backfield first, and so it didn't actually get linebackers out of there. But what a great job of that front 7 there, just collapsing, giving him no room for the quarterback draw, forcing him to punt the ball back to the Sabres. I like the call, though. I mean, it's been fairly successful on medium plays. Unfortunately, they took a loss on that one. And again, that's heads up by the Salisbury Sabres defense, snuffing that one out, forcing the punting situation.
There is a man running on side right now. It's Robert Cassavy. So watch out, number 23, standing at his own 35. He stays on side, punt, angled towards the out of bounds, so won't come into effect at all.
Facey's going to need, again, another angled punt just out of bounds, so getting the most out of the distance there, about 22, 23-yard net. Again, leaning on that defense is Facey, keeping them in this game, maybe get them a couple more shots here. But again, Sal has been moving the ball, had opportunities. Couldn't complete the passes to the receivers. See how they attack this Facey defense, who for the most part tonight has owned the box play.
Just inside their own 40. Quick pass out to the left side, down at the 45. Catch and short run there for Roberts.
Yeah, young Roberts, long snapper, also playing receiver. His dad was not a receiver type. He was a big special teams defensive lineman, outstanding player, but good catch with his hands. Had a chance to watch him a little bit in warm-up. He does a great job securing the ball there. Again, getting the most of it. But I like the simplicity of what they're doing on offense, just taking the medium plays, get some momentum, again, force them to come down and play, then you can go back over the top. And
needed about 3.5, but they're going to get a lot more. El Rahi down the sideline, pushed out of bounds at the Falcon 42. Big play.
You can see Bev Facey falling out into their deep coverage again, not getting to the flat because they've got two short routes, wide open receiver. And again, good job catch and up the sideline, securing the first down. They are on the move now, finding a little bit of momentum here and finding that rhythm we talked about at the half. Can they find the rhythm? They're starting to do that. If it continues, result in some more points.
Falcons bench trying to fire up their defense. They'll fake the handoff. Quick pass to Sterling. Catches it. And falling forward, should be close to another first down, maybe just short, if anything.
You know, again, simple, quick zeros or quick hitches there by the receivers. Again, sees it coming, secures it, gets the yards he needs. Again, great second down situation. Here's your shot play. Here's your shot play for Sal. Can they get into the end zone? Can they get that major that they've been looking for all night?
Will they look to move the chains, or like you said, take that shot on a 2nd and 1?
Well, I think you send a deep route so you have the shot, but you also have your intermediate stuff so hey, you can get the first down.
Looking
there it
deep,
is.
Going deep for El Rahi, incomplete. It'll be a 3rd and 1. Be hard pressed to imagine that offense coming off the field right now, but they might be within field goal range, but it looks like they're bringing out the big guys.
We'll take a look at this replay and see, does he have a shot at this? In behind coverage, but kind of short-armed it there. Couldn't quite get inside enough. Again, you want that ball a little bit on the outside. Free safety came over, definitely impacted it, being able to cover that much field and get over into the vision of the receiver right in between the two defenders, but could not secure that, so back to 3rd and real short here.
Look at big number 92 back there, Carson Hartman. Time for a tush push.
Tush push they have. First down. That offense, get those receivers back on the field here. Let's see if they can get this one, but I do like what they're doing. They're simplifying their offense. They're just getting the ball into the hands of the receivers. They haven't been able to connect on those deep passes, so hey, what do? Get 2 short passes, convert the first down, and away they go. Great field position and great momentum. They've definitely captured that since that really special teams return. They got the 3 points, traded a couple exchanges and series there, and now they're on the move again.
This is what we talked about. They got the ball back with about 10 minutes. Take some clock off, get some big plays. Sundquist across the 20, another first down. And that clock is ticking, but there's a flag on the play. And it looks like the offense is walking back.
Holding. Number 90 on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
So instead of 1st and 10 inside the 20, it's 1st and 20 from the 41. Of course, though, that hold might have created that hole.
Number 90, I was like, where's the number 90? He's playing right guard. Not 90 is not the defensive lineman number. I was like, they bring some heavy guys in there, but they got him in there. We got to reset here.
McFall left side. There's room for El Rahi. Right back to the 20. First down. Pickup of 21. Elrahi has come alive here in the fourth quarter.
Well, and they've really just simplified what they're doing. They're letting two guys sit there, and again, they're not getting to the flats, and because of the lack of passing game, they haven't had to get to the flats to defend anybody, and that's a linebacker responsibility and your halfback responsibility. Defending a little bit of the deep that they've gone vertical, now they're finding their space underneath, and it's easy. A 5-yard pass and a 15-yard run is still a big play.
Now under 4.5 minutes. Clock is ticking. Pitch. Sundquist with room. Still on his feet. Reaching for the end zone. I think he's going to be just short. Still waiting for a call.
Yeah, the spot is outside the goal line. So here come the heavy guys. It's clear what they're going to do. They're in on about the 1.5 yard line. We'll take a look here on the replay. What a great job of making guys miss and keeping his legs churning again. Gotten to step over guys there. See there, knee goes down before he crosses the line. Great call, great catch by the officials, but you know, they've been fairly successful on the 3rd and short. They've got 1st and goal. What looks like about the 1.5, 2 yard line.
Yeah.
Going in with the heavy boys.
Down to the 2. They got big number 92 in there again. Carson Hartman. He's going to go in, and he's going to give a big shove to McFaller, one of the linemen. They're going to clear him out. Fake the handoff. Go into the air. And it falls incomplete. Some trickeration.
Interesting call down on the goal line. I mean, again, I like the fake toss. I like the rollout. But when a lineman is in coverage, maybe you just take off and go and you make a guy miss. I mean,
they were trying to kick out Weldon, who was on the O-line on that one.
Hate to say this, a few weeks ago I saw Trey Ford try to force it into a big lineman. It ended up in an interception that turned that game around. We'll see if Sal can get this in on the ground.
Now they're going to look to just plunge it in. No celebration yet. Facey thinks they got him short.
I think so.
And they do. 3rd down and goal from the 1.
So they've just packed that middle. So I mean, question is can the front 7 do it one more time for the Falcons to keep them in this game with 3 minutes left? Huge play here on 3rd down. Can they make it a 2-score game? Not kicking a field goal. They're going for this one. They want 7.
Game on the line. Handoff. Not a lot.
No sign. Oh, there it is.
Touchdown. Some icing on the cake for the Salisbury Sabres. And it looked like Hartman taking it in. Well, that reminds me of the fridge.
The fridge.
There is flags on the snap.
I saw one come late for the spike in the end zone. I think that's what that was for. We'll see here. Having some conversations with the players.
Gotta love a defender, big man touchdown.
Yeah. He doesn't get a lot of opportunities. This time they're just going to lean on that O-line. He's stoked. I'm coming out. He's like, yes, this is the money man.
Objectionable conduct, 92 on the offense. That's a dead ball foul. Penalty applied on the kickoff. The touchdown is good.
Hey, you know what? I know I got a coach right beside me. I'm going to speak from my coaching perspective. It's okay. Let him have it. 15 yards, but a touchdown.
The touchdown was important, so we'll see. With the 2-score game, that was an important one, but you don't want to do that if it's a little closer. That can cost you. But
extra point is up and good from Preston.
That may be the only time you can ever take one of those penalties after a touchdown. So, you know, they needed to finish the drive. Leaned on him, and he leaned on the line. You can see there, not by much, but that forward fall. When the fridge is coming down, it's coming down, and he got across the goal line.
Yeah, it looked like that initial contact and that initial stop was actually behind the line of scrimmage there, at least outside the goal line for sure. So that fall forward, could it be the difference in the game? Also of note, that drive took over 7 minutes.
Well, we talked about it at the beginning of that drive, actually. Is this the drive? They can put this one away. They found a way on a later drive to get it put away and, again, use that clock time. So with a 2-score game, Facey's going to have to change their approach on offense. They're going to need to move the ball quickly, which, again, they haven't really leaned on that passing game much. When they had to, they have converted. But I think just like Sal did on that drive, they simplified their passing game, took the intermediate routes and the short routes and just let guys make plays, found a way to get first down after first down, and finally punch it in. Took them 3 chances from the one. Made it work. It's 10-0. See if Facey can respond.
Falcons need a big return. And give credit to the Sabres to this point. You know, we were talking about the momentum on the sidelines. Felt like the Falcons were coming up. And it felt like maybe that Sabres sideline getting a little impatient, but they never really wavered in the end.
Oh, they definitely were. The frustration was there. Caught cleanly on the return.
They'll fake a reverse. And they were trying to create some room down that right side. For a moment, it looked like Johnston might have had some, but he's taken down at the 35. Not a bad return, but they were looking for a lot more.
Yeah, great special teams coverage by Sal, being disciplined. You can see him coming this side. Again, they start to pinch in, but as they come, they start to widen. One guy takes the fake, which is good. That's a good responsibility, but again, not enough speed to get to the edge. Good discipline play, breaking down, making a tackle, forcing this to be the longest field. They're going to have to move quickly because they need 2 scores. Got to start with 1. Can they find the first score for them of the day?
75 yards away from the end zone. They got 2:42 to score, onside kick, and score again. Over the middle, it's caught. First down. Jackson Johnston at the 47.
I tell you, that is dangerous route combinations. Multiple guys coming across the middle. Just throws it right at the ref. He ducks, gets out of the way. Good job of ducking that one. You don't take that one in the noggin. That's not going to feel very good. But first down. See what they come back with. Boundary corner. Press coverage.
Pickup of 12. Malo, quick look. Finds Johnston again. Steps back, trying to find some space. First contact should be at about their own 54. So forward progress leaves it at a second, and 3.
So same route combination that Sal went to. Again, 2 curls or 2 hooks. Just intermediate routes. Again, when you have cut coverage, you pretty much know you're going to have a little bit of a hole in there. And that's where the linebacker's job is, to get underneath that and take that away. But again, so worried about the run game. They haven't been able to do that. So quads to the field side. A little slot back off the edge of the line. 3 receivers, 1 here. Isolation. I like the matchup here down on the boundary.
Clock ticks under 2 minutes. Quick swing pass, too much on it. And it was a forward pass, so blown dead. 3rd and 3. Falcons need it if they want to stay in this game.
They definitely need to convert that, but I do like the coverage option they have. And again, I mean, they've got a one-on-one matchup here on the boundary. We saw right in front of our booth, and chose to go the other direction on the swing, trying to pick up the first down, obviously going for it here, but I do like the opportunity for a shot call. If they go back to quads, they're looking like they're going with balance, 32 formation. So they're not going to see that isolation opportunity here, but they're going to need to get the first down. Are they going to go to the run?
They need the Sabres 53. They'll fake the run. Quick pass, right side, tipped, and incomplete. The Sabres get the stop, and that might be all they need.
I mean, great coverage down here on the slant route coming in from the outside, the wide receiver on the slant coverage. And again, very, very busy space down there. I think they would have been better off going back to that quads formation, see if they can isolate it. Because if you go to quads and they don't adjust, you can outman them to the field. But if they leave you a one-on-one backside, a little bit better opportunity there. Lost it there. Now Sal just is going to work this one out. And I imagine they're going to lean on that run game. Get out of this one.
That was grade 12 defensive back Jaden Badgery in coverage. Might be getting another big play here. Pass to Clausen, a running back, and a late flag as well.
Little chatter on the sideline there, a little bit of a late hit. That's what the flag's likely for, but again, great job running the sweep, getting guys out in front. You can see so many white jerseys out there just leading the way. Good job here, stepping out of bounds. Yeah, wasn't much of a shot, didn't take him much to get him down, but the acting got him 15.
Unnecessary roughness. Number 9 on the defense. 15-yard penalty tacked on to the end of play. First down.
He's out of bounds. You got to leave him alone. Wasn't a lot of a shot, but it was enough, and he was definitely out of bounds. Couple steps out of bounds, a little of a push. The flag came out. Now they've, for the most part, sealed their fate.
Yeah, especially 10-point game. Most of the time those flags start coming out a little easier as well on a play like that. Just outside the 20. Same play, same guy, touchdown, Clausen. And there's a flag.
I tell you, I coach a different style of
Another
football.
one late.
And here comes the chatter. The rivalry game motions are coming out here late in this one as Sal looks to close it off. But again, some holding on the edge there. Brought the flag. It's going to bring this one back. But needless to say, it's just more time coming off the clock. It's going to end this one. So I run this sweep. I developed this new sweep in our spread offense that I've ran in. I mean, the team we were playing had very soft coverage. We ran it over. It's exactly the same thing. You get pulling linemen out there. You get an extra back out there. And it's just a horse race with all those guys. Good job. But the danger is downfield, open space blocking sometimes leads to a holding call. So they're keeping it on the ground. Wind this one down.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Holding, number 7 on the offense. Objectionable conduct, number 8 on the offense. That's a total of 20-yard penalties. Will repeat first down.
They are all the way back at the 42. A loss of 20 after what could have been a 22-yard touchdown.
Well, and still first down, so they are going to be able to just keep working this clock. You stay on the ground, a smart thing to do. Secure the ball and try to get out of this one with no injuries.
Ball's going to go to the air. Flushed out of the pocket, throws it away.
So
did have a receiver in the area.
Interesting call. I do wonder, watching the Football Alberta rankings, which is nothing official, but something we can always talk about on air, and being ranked number 4th, coming into a game against a team that is not ranked, and still a solid program. Obviously in Bev Facey, we talked about how they're building their program, but likely most people would have thought this to be a blowout. Does a 10-0 win over Bev Facey change the perspective of the rankers and say, oh, they struggled with a team not in the rankings? Does that impact their ranking? They've seemed to held on to that number 4 spot for a few weeks. They've been solid in there. Most of those teams taking care of business week in and week out. This one a little bit different, 10-0, not what most of us would have picked. But Facey has stood tall in this rival game, and the fans have stuck around. The hills are darker now, but they're definitely out there. If you came in shorts and a t-shirt to get some sun, it was gorgeous to start. It's definitely cooled off. Glad I have my jacket on here in the booth.
I was disappointed when that sun set. I had to take my shades off. I thought I looked so cool walking in here today. Probably not.
No, you did. It was good. It was definitely shades weather. The sun was out. The opposite side press box was glimmering with sun. And Sal working to finish this one off.
Second in what feels like a football field to go. McFall going deep behind coverage. Incomplete in the flag.
Got the wave going on out there, and it's going to be an automatic first down. So again, second in a mile, and taking an unneeded pass interference there. Let's get a look at that one at the end. Still taking the shot, trying to get the points there. You can see here.
Pass interference, number 5 on the defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Definitely pass interference. He's about 5 steps of waving his hands and not turning his head. He's got to want to locate that ball, but guy in behind you on coverage. Want to take a deep shot. Now they've reset the downs, 1st and 10.
We do one last time. Want to thank the Sport, Physical Activity and Recreation branch of the Ministry of Tourism and Sport with the Government of Alberta, who's a funding provider to the ASAA. The funds received from this area of the government are put towards enhancing the quality of life for Albertans. 1st and 10. McFall to the air once again. In the direction of Sterling, falls incomplete.
Really interesting decisions here. I mean, I'd be happy to get out of this game with a win.
Yeah.
Not sure what's you want to beat your crosstown rival for lots of reasons. But the clock is not ticking very fast with them going to the air here with 1:14 left. Again, game likely out of hand, 2 scores, and Facey hasn't found the plays they need to get to the end zone, but feel like they're going to the air. Guess
yeah, this is that conventional time of a football game where you just hand the ball off. I mean, I guess it could be what you said. Maybe they're just trying to extend that score, make it look a little better to the rankers.
We'll see. They got guys running around and timeout called. So we got going to the air, using their timeouts, up 10. Seeing what they do to get out of this one.
So it's been a interesting game tonight. You know, we've seen that 0-0 lead pretty deep into the third quarter there, and it felt like, to me, the change actually maybe came from the Sabres defense. They bent a little bit in the first half but didn't break. But then in the second half, they started to make plays. Facey started to lose yardage on first down instead of those positive gains. And in my opinion, that's what helped the offense get into a bit of a rhythm here. Do you agree?
Yeah, it did. Their defense did. Like, they didn't give up long drives. It was more 2-and-outs, 3-and-outs, that kind of thing. So I agree. It did change the tone a little bit. And then we had the big play. And then, of course, they got some points on the board. But honestly, if you look at these two teams right now, where they're at in regards to their goals for the season and so on, you know, I think Sal, although they're going to come out with the win today, barring crazy happen now, they may have taken a few steps back in there. That's definitely not what they want.
Another jet sweep.
Maybe why you want to
recovered by the
run
Falcons.
the ball.
Well, hold on. We'll get a look on the replay.
Was it a
Should
flip?
that not be a forward pass here? Right now, they're calling it a fumble.
They're having a conversation about it for sure. I didn't see how much flip action was in there. If we can get a shot here. It was a forward pass. You are correct. And we probably can't. Yeah, they're going to forward pass. They're right. So
let's get the call.
Ruling on field is an incomplete pass.
Field goal. So interesting, really interesting play calling here. Again, good thing it was a forward pass.
I guess that's why you do that.
Keeping the flip, that's why you do it. But again, close call. That almost got missed. I think it was the side judge here who had to come in and add the information to what everybody else saw to make sure they got that secure. But interesting, that could have been kneeling this one out, really, if they would have decided to run the ball. Again, looking for some points. Again, points could play into tiebreakers in the season, in the regular season, in the Metro standings, if there's a tie at some point in time. But for now, we got the field goal.
Preston from 34.
Good.
He's got more than enough. There's been 13 points in this game. And Preston has 7 of them, 2 field goals and an extra point.
Again, great execution. Lots of leg, lots of height on that. Clearly that unit is doing their job today.
I mean, really, it's what's made it a 2-possession game here.
Yeah, it has. And again, Facey was close, didn't get points on their one drive that they got as deep as they could. But back to talking about where these teams are at. Again, Sal, I really don't think this was the convincing win they were hoping and expecting coming into this. And I think Bev Facey hung around like they were hoping to, didn't know if they could. And I think they've actually made some strides forward. If you hang around with Sal, you get some of your guys back. If you can get some a little bit more healthy guys back. And I know some other guys, unfortunately for them, they've lost them for the season. Everybody's burning all their timeouts now. Sal used one of theirs. Now Facey's got their timeout in, looking for that flea flicker, deep ball trick play. Find a way to the end zone.
The band's on the field type of play, right? Need a couple of them.
No, you got to come up with something, make defense think a little bit, make someone make a play. But again, time is not on their side. Got the ball back here, but down a couple scores. Need something quick. They want a chance at another possession.
So they'll just take it from their own 35. They got 63 seconds left in this game. Hey, it's still 2 possessions. Crazier things have happened. Going deep over the middle. Into coverage, nearly intercepted. And by the end of that play, it was Fieser playing more defensive back.
You called it again. He wasn't able to get a chance to high point that ball. You can see him coming in, free safety there, and just coming up, making sure you get a second down here. But the clock is not going to wind very fast. They're throwing the ball, and Sal, I don't know, Sal will get it back and run it out, take a knee, or they'll just throw to the end zone again and see if they can get some more points. No one wants to keep playing this one. So there's the rabbit in the end zone. You can just keep hanging around this game.
He's found the end zone.
Here comes the Falcons.
Quite a few times tonight. Over the middle, it's tipped. Hartman celebrating, might have been him. 3rd and 10. It was.
Yeah, and you had that little side action arm motion by your quarterback. You can see the ball doesn't get the height either, and sometimes that's a little bit tougher thing to change. But with it being a young quarterback, got opportunities there. There we go.
Look at that.
There's my long weekend rabbit hanging out at the field, getting some R&R time here. Gorgeous weather.
That's what I would look like on the field, just going, just running fast. Sabres defense comes up with another stop. A sack. And if there was any little bit of opening for the Falcons, it's gone now.
Well, and we talked, you mentioned it, brought it up, that defensive front 7 for the Sabres in the second half found a way to slow and stop the drives of the Falcons, and that resulting, just giving their offense a little bit of time to get things going. They found their way, starting with a special teams play by Sterling, and then offense just finding ways down the field. Quick passing game, making a big plays. Now it's 13-0.
Yeah, I think now our maybe bigger question becomes, how long does it take to play 47 seconds?
Yeah, look, going to the air. End zone shot again. He's got receiver.
To the end zone! Touchdown! That one will work. Matt Morgan! The Sabres are running away with it. 33 yards.
Well, great protection up front. Gets the ball off on a simple go route. And then, hey, go make a play, man. Gets it in there. Done. Good coverage right there. Just couldn't finish. And then Morgan doing a good job there, finishing with the end zone. So what was an absolute lock of a game here, 0-0. You know, Sal's found a way. And I guess taking shots and not running the clock out gets you a few more points, a few more yards. We'll see if they keep going. I mean, Sal, Facey's going to come back, run their offense, and you never know.
Extra point is up and good from Preston. Yeah, it was, remember, with 3 minutes left in this game, it was a 3rd down, 3rd and goal from the 1. And we were looking at a scenario where if the Falcons were to get a stop, long field, but 109 yards away from the end zone, down by 3, and now
one drive could have won it, and now it's
20-0.
20-0.
So, you know, this is maybe a little bit more of what the Sabres were expecting coming into this one.
Well, and they're gonna wrap this one up. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but we'll see. You know, everyone throwing the ball, getting some extra reps in. But when they do wrap this up, they'll definitely be going into the locker room knowing, hey, we faced some adversity in the first half. We really didn't come out play how we know we can and should, but they did find a way, and that's growth there. So, you know, from a growing standpoint, again, Coach Cam Fraser wanting to continue to grow and trying to make a run in the playoffs, both in the Metro League, but also the provincial standings. This win will help them, and the 20 points versus the 3 will definitely help them. But again, some growth there for the Sabres as they coming down here. Kickoff coverage.
Good kick from Preston, fumbled on the return, and down around the 25 for the Falcons. One last chance on offense, we think.
And the energy definitely has swayed in the side of the Sabres here in the last quarter. You know, Facey hanging around, grinding it out with a highly provincial ranked team, but Sal showing late in this one why they're ranked 4th in the province. Wanting to stay there. Talk to Cam Fraser, hoping to stay in the top 4 in the province. Gives them a bye week in the provincial playdowns for the top tier championship potentially. So that's what they're hoping for. But again, solid organization. Great team on the field showing up here in the second half.
Coley in at quarterback. Flushed out of the pocket. Remember, he's a lefty. Intercepted. Liam Campbell. And it's Sabres ball just outside the 30.
So defense is fired up and making a play. Again, you know, you can see great pressure there. The defensive lineman just forcing him to throw it, get a little bit of hand on him. But you got to credit that work in the backfield, getting the pressure there. Goes Lincoln Penner, just getting that pressure on him. Fourth end, do they go to the end zone again?
Well,
just chucking up shots there. 28 seconds left. They got lots of time. Go to the end zone.
with 47 seconds left in the game, I said the question is, how long is it going to take?
A long time.
A little
now
longer.
He's out of bounds. It's good.
Out of bounds. Clock stops. Completion to El Rahi. He's really come alive here in the fourth quarter. And now a flag after the play as well. So we got a little more to sort out. So I was just testing that commentator's jinx thing with 47 seconds left, and I think I've confirmed that it's real.
We're going to be Saturday morning here soon. And well, the kids are going to get a little bit of an extra break. They're going to feel this win and enjoy this. They've got, pretty sure most schools have Monday off school. Truth and Reconciliation Day coming up. Most schools, some things around the city to do that today because the Monday is not a school day. So this will.
Objectionable conduct, number 8 on the offense. It's a 10-yard penalty for the point ball dead. Second down.
I want to go against El Rahi.
And something being said, and you know, things you want to clean up. A little easier to talk trash when you're up 20 as opposed to being up 3. So emotions are going again with buddies on the opposite side wearing different colors. I'll learn to work that one through, but clearly Sal, happy to just keep rolling.
El Rahi actually might have been thrown out of this game. See him walking out with a coach right now. That could be a call from the Sabres. So they're kind of waiting for play to go. Didn't hear it on the announcement, but I think this might be one of those things where it's just, hey, 23 seconds left. Let's just make sure nothing boils over. You would think.
Well, and it'll be interesting because if it's a penalty that causes him to be thrown out of a game, I think the rule in the Metro League is he's got to sit another one, which could be, that's hurtful for your team. Now, whether that's you just need to go because, or you need to go because it's too many penalties. So there are rules and guidelines for those things that they'll sort out, but they'll want to get out of this one. And
I
think it was about 15, 20 minutes ago. I said they could just run the clock out and be done with this, and we're still here, 23 seconds.
All right, well, I took the blame 24 seconds of game time away, but 10 minutes of real life time ago. So I'll shift all that blame over to you for this long finish here. Just all this blame way over to my left.
Well, it's been a while since you and I have been able to do a game. It's just more time for us to be together. So it's like they're.
There we go. Now they're just going to need it. They're going to wait a little bit for the clock to go under 20 seconds, I think. There we go. Now they take the knee. Yeah, that's a loss of a few there for McFall.
Yeah. Now they can just wind this baby, hit the zeros on the clock. We are going to call that one now, finally, in the books. I know it was 3-0 not long ago, maybe 45 minutes ago, but it was only a few minutes on the clock. To get the zeros, they'll take their one last knee.
So, like you mentioned, though, one last knee for the Sabres to win it. They ran away with it in the end, but the Falcons stayed there until the end.
Well, you know, you never want to learn from losses, and you never count them as wins because the win goes to the Sabres. But I would say there's some positives Facey's going to take out of this one. Their defense played outstanding against a very top-ranked team, and their offense, again, riddled with injury in all sorts of areas. Kind of hung around in this one, couldn't break that zero. Couldn't get points on the board today.
And at the end of that game there, you know, pretty much probably halfway through the third quarter, we started to feel a shift in this game as the Sabres D-line started to force some losses, that front seven, and it just snowballed. And in the end, I think the Sabres can also go home feeling good about the way that they closed this one out.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be happy about the second half performance than the first half. As we see the players exchanging greetings with their buddies that they've grown up with in Sherwood Park, and coaches doing the same, knowing this rivalry is important. This game proved to be a big one, kept us on the edge of our seats, even to the end. Deep ball passes, excitement happening. Good game to call.
That will do it from Emerald Hills, from myself, Connor Toffin, Rob Herod, and the whole crew here at IC Live. What a great game of the week. The Sabres take it against the Falcons 20-0. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good weekend.
Yo, check the rhythm, feel the vibe, beats dropping hard, making heads collide, bass thumping loud, shaking up the street. Every step I take, moving to the beat, lightning fast, I'm breaking it down, feeling the pulse in every sound, never miss a step, always on the move. The beat's my partner, we groove as 1, 2.
Close my eyes and let